How's it going, guys? Chips here with you again, back with another Ark Let's Build video, and in today's video we're going to be building this Shadowmane pen that you see in front of you now. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is going to be a step-by-step walkthrough video with voiceover instructions so you can get this build on your Ark. And for a full list of building materials you will need for this build, as well as the map chords where I built this, make sure you check out the description below. But anyways, guys, with all of that said, I just want to tell you thank you so much for being here today, checking out this video, and let's go ahead and let's get to building. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is lay out our foundation. So we're going to start off by placing 2 rows of 10 stone foundations. Now we're going to come over here to the side and we're going to get out a thatch foundation, and we're going to place 2 right here to be used as spacers. And then we're going to place 2 more rows of 10 stone foundations. Now starting off right here on the end, we're going to add 1 more. We're going to skip 2 spaces and add 1 more right here. Do that again. Add 1 more right here. And then add 1 more on the other end. And now we're just going to go to our other side and do the same thing over here. And so that is going to make up the foundation for our build. So now you can just go ahead and pick up those thatch foundations and also switch all of these stone foundations to block. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and start adding our pillars. So we're going to start off by placing our fence foundations. So starting off here on one of our sides, we're going to add a fence foundation to each of these foundations that are sticking out. So just like that. Do this to the other 3 as well. Now here on one of our ends, we're going to add one to this middle foundation right here. We'll do the same thing over here on this side. Again, we'll come over to the side and add one on each of these foundations that are sticking out. And we will also go ahead and add one to each of the middle ones on this end as well. Now that we have those fence foundations placed, we're going to start off here on the side by placing 1 stone and 4 wooden pillars on each of these sides of all of these fence foundations. And now, of course, go ahead and do this on the other side as well. Next, starting off here on this end foundation, on this inside corner, we're going to add 3 stone pillars. On this next spot over, we're going to add 3 stone pillars on each corner. So just like this. On the next one, we will do the same thing. And then on this last one, we'll just add 3 more on the inside corner. Go ahead now and duplicate this on our other side. And now finally, the last pillars we're going to add is here on the ends. We're going to go in here where we place this fence foundation, and we're just going to add 1 metal pillar to each side, and do this on the other 3 spots as well. Next, we're going to start adding some stone walls. So starting off on one of our sides where we have the opening, we're going to go ahead in here and just place a stone wall on these 3 foundations. We're also going to add one right here on the side. Do that on this side as well. Then as we work our way around the side, we're going to place one right here and right here. We're going to skip these 2 foundations. On this foundation, we are going to surround the entire foundation with stone walls, just like this. Do the same thing on the next one. And then on the last one, we're again going to do the inside, do the outside here, and the outside here. And then we'll just go ahead and continue across, placing 2 right here, 1 more on the inside. Do the same thing over here. And then again, place 1 on the outside and this inside right here. Go ahead and skip these spots and again, surround the next 2 foundations that stick out. And then finally, we'll just go ahead and add one more right here and one more right here. Next, we're going to add some metal and greenhouse walls. So starting off here on one of our sides with the opening, we're going to go ahead and add 3 metal walls right here. In the next 2 spots, we're going to add 2 greenhouse walls, followed by a metal wall on top of each. Here on the side, we will add 3 more metal walls. We'll do the same thing over here on this side. Now you can go ahead to the other side of the build and just duplicate what we just did. Now we're going to come over here to one of our sides and start working over here. So first in this spot, we're going to add 3 more metal walls. We'll do the same thing right here. On this side, we're going to add 3 more right here, 3 more on the outside, and 3 more on this side. Now on the inside, we're only going to add 2 metal walls. We'll do the next one the same way. And then again, here on the end, we're just going to add 3 more metal walls to each of these. And now we're just going to go ahead and again, duplicate what we did on this side on the other side. Next, we're going to come into one of our columns where we left the gap at the top, and we're going to go ahead and place a stone ceiling right here in front of it. Now to the right of it, we're going to add 2 more to get us just to this pillar. And to the left of it, we're going to add 5 more, which will get us to this pillar right here. Go ahead and add 1 more ceiling in front of each of those. So it should now look like this. So now we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this over here on this side. Now we're going to build up the outside of the bays where our Shadowmanes are actually going to be. So first, right here where we place those stone ceilings, we're going to drop down a stone wall from each one. Then on the foundations, we're going to add a stone railing on each foundation, followed by a metal railing on top of those. Then connecting these 2 foundations, we're going to use 2 metal catwalks, just like this. And now at the very top, we're going to go ahead and get out another metal catwalk and connect it to this wall. Now you may need to rotate the snap point using whichever key or button is appropriate for your system until you get this one right here. Go ahead and add another one over here. And then we're also going to add 1 more in like this. So that's going to make up the outside of our bay. So now just go ahead and do this on every other bay as well. Now we're going to go ahead and build up our 2 entry sides a little bit more. So first we're going to come in here to where we have the gap, and we're going to go 1 wall down and add a metal ceiling right here and right here. Then on each side of both of those ceilings, we're going to add 2 high metal walls. Now we are going to go ahead and add 3 metal ceilings here on this side, as well as on the opposite side. Then right here next to where we have that 2 high metal wall, we're going to go ahead and add the appropriate sloped metal wall and do that again over here, as well as on the other side. And now we're going to go ahead and add a metal wall in each of these spots, just like this, and just like this. And you can now go ahead and just duplicate what we just did over here on the other side. Next, we're going to come inside here to the edge of our stone ceiling, and we're going to add 2 high metal walls going all the way across on both sides. Now here on our end, we're going to go ahead and place a sloped metal roof right here and on the other side. And then go ahead and fill in right here with a metal ceiling. Do the same thing on the other side. And now we're going to go ahead and fill in this entire opening right here with greenhouse ceilings. Now here at the top, we're going to go ahead and add 2 more metal walls in line with this metal wall, just making sure that they do line up with the one we already have placed. Go ahead and do that on both sides. Then go ahead and fill those in with metal ceilings. And go ahead and add a stone railing going all the way around. Go ahead and do that on this spot right here as well. And then also go ahead and do that on both spots over here on the other side. Now we're going to go ahead here to one of our entry areas, and we're going to go ahead and place a wooden ladder on this stone wall. Go ahead and climb on that ladder and look up a little bit and get out a metal dinosaur gateway, then jump off the ladder. And we're basically just using this so we can place this gateway straight. So we're just going to kind of line it up so that it's even on each side of our wall, just kind of touching our walls a little bit, and then just bring it just a little bit out from the wall and place it like that. You can then go ahead and pick up that ladder. We're going to head inside and place another ladder right here on our foundation, just so that we can climb on it. Go ahead and do the same thing. Go ahead and then pick up or destroy this wooden ladder. And we're just going to repeat this process over here on our other entryway. Then once you have all of those placed, on the outside gateways, we're going to go ahead and add a reinforced dinosaur gate. And you can do this on both sides, or if you want, you don't have to place these. If you want to just leave this open, if it's inside your base or something, it's completely up to you. Now we're going to go ahead and add some more detail on the outside of our builds. So first, right here where we have the greenhouse walls, we're going to go ahead and place a thatch ceiling down at the bottom of them. Then we're going to go ahead and get out a metal door frame, and we're going to go ahead and rotate the snap point using whichever key or button is appropriate for your system until you get this light blue snap point. Go ahead and add one more on top of it and do the same thing here in this next spot. You can then go ahead and pick up or destroy these 2 thatch ceilings. Now we're going to go ahead up a little bit right here below this last metal wall and add another thatch ceiling. And this time we're going to get out a stone railing and again rotate the snap point so that you're getting the light blue one and place it down. Now you can go ahead and pick up your thatch ceiling. And now right here you don't have to get out of the thatch ceiling because we already have the door frame, so just rotate the snap point and add one on top of each door frame. Just like that. So now we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing right here. So there we go. So now we're just going to head to the other side of our build and duplicate this over here. Next, here on one of our ends, we're going to go ahead to the top right here on the side, and we're going to add 2 stone railings here at the front, 1 more here on the side, and 2 more on the back of this. Go ahead and do this on the other side. And then also, of course, go ahead and do this on the other end of our build. Now we're going to go ahead and add some stone stairs around our build. So first, here at the top, we're going to head in here to where we have this metal walls, and we're going to drop a stone stair down just like this from each of those. Do that in these other 2 bays as well as on the other side in all 3 of these bays. Now we're going to go ahead inside of our build real quick, and right here in line with this column, we're going to place another stone stair. Do that again right here. and then also in front of these two on this side. Alright, so now we're going to head into one of the sides of our build where we have these metal catwalks, and at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and get out a feeding trough, and we're just going to line it up to the center of these two catwalks. So if you see on the feeding trough, there are these rectangles going up. Just pick the middle one and line it up where the two catwalks meet, just as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Go ahead and do that on the other two here on this side, as well as the other three on the other side as well. Alright, so that is going to do it for the building portion of this video. Now I'm going to bring all of our Shadowmanes in real quick so you can see what it looks like with them in there, as well as I'm also going to apply a real quick paint scheme and do a little bit of decorating. So if you guys want to see that, stick around for one more second and I will show you what I come up with. Alright guys, so like I said, I've brought all of our Shadowmanes in. I've gone ahead and applied a paint scheme and done just a little bit of decorating. So first things first with the Shadowmanes, as you can see we have two per bay, a male and a female, and their heads stick out nicely as if they were eating out of the feeding troughs. For the paint scheme, I have painted all of the metal walls with a sky color. I've painted all of the remaining metal and the greenhouse with the black color. I have painted the wooden pillars with the brick color, and I've also painted the stone railings with the brick on the bottom and white on the top. I haven't done too much decorating, but the decorating I have done here on the outside, just hanging from these catwalks, I've added some tech lights just to kind of create a spotlight on our Shadowmanes. And then if we head around to one of our entryways, I've added some Shadowmane taxidermies out here surrounding our entryway, and I've also added a Rex skull there at the top, and that's the same on both sides. Here on the inside on these columns, I've just gone ahead and added some torches, and I've also placed some dedicated storage in front of them, just in case you were basically about to take one of these guys out, and you wanted to dump all of your hide or whatever you have on it in one of these storage bins before you leave. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the build, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was easy for you to follow along and get this build on your arc. Guys, if you did enjoy the build in the video and you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that like button. Leave me some feedback in the comments below, and if you're new to the channel, go check out some other builds, and if you like what you see, subscribe for future Arc Let's Build videos. I will be doing all kinds of builds related to Gen 2. Also guys, make sure you check out the description below for a link to my Twitter as well as my Discord, where you can stay up to date with me and come chat and hang out with me and all of my friends. But anyways guys, with all of that said, I just want to tell you thank you so much for being here today, checking out this video, and have a great day.